guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's vlog is going to be all about our road trip from Germany to Portugal. This road trip was without a single doubt the longest road trip I have done in my entire life. And before I get started, I quickly wanted to give you guys some background information. I have wanted to get myself a van for the longest time. It's been a huge dream of mine, and this year this dream finally came true. I had a lot of time during lockdown to think about what kind of van I wanted to get, to really dive into it, do some research, look for vans online, and I bought my first own van, which I'm just so excited about. In the beginning, for me, the hardest thing was to figure out which kind of car I wanted to get. A lot of people get quite big ones like Mercedes Sprinters because you have a lot of space in them and then they convert them. But the car that I got is a VW T6 Transporter with a long wheelbase, so it's a little bit longer than the normal T6. And the reason why I got this car instead of like a bigger one is because with it, it's way easier to drive into the city. Like if you're in a place like, I don't know, in Greece on like a small island, it's just nicer. You don't have to worry as much about space because it's still, like, it's a big car, but you can still drive into cities with it. Also, you won't have any issues with height restrictions. For example, in Portugal, a lot of park spots, they've got like a 2-meter height restrictions, and if you've got like a car that's really big, then you won't be able to park there or fit in, so it's always a mission to find a parking. Also with this car you can drive into parking garages, which is nice if you're in a city. So my plan of action is to actually get that van converted. I think I'm going to find someone to help me with this because I don't really think I'll be able to do it myself. But yeah, I want to get it fully equipped. I want to have a bed in the back, storage, a kitchen. So that's my plan. I initially wanted to start doing it this year, but it honestly takes quite long. And I've also decided to get a pop-up roof fitted, so that's one of those van roofs that you just like push up and then it becomes a bed, so you can sleep in it, but also you can push it up and that way the van's a little bit higher, so if you're cooking in the kitchen you can still stand up straight. It just gives you a bit more space. So I ordered this pop-up roof, however it takes 5 to 6 months to arrive. I called a lot of different places, but yeah, all of them said it takes this long. So I can't start converting the inside of the van until I have that roof fitted. That needs to be the first step. So yeah, I couldn't start with that yet. But I still wanted to start using the van, which is why we drove to Portugal with it already. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get started with the vlog. Packing is currently in progress. We're trying to fit everything into these boxes. And I am still so excited about this thing here, which I bought online, and it's really nice. It's like a seat storage, and you just clip it to the seats and then helps you stay organized. I really like this. So we're packed up and ready to go. What do you think, Julia?
I'm ready.
We've packed everything into the van, and now we need to fill up the car, add some AdBlue, which this van needs, and then we are gonna leave. We just stopped by the gas station to fill up the car and to add AdBlue, but I've never driven a car before which requires AdBlue, so it was super awkward when I went to the gas station. So I walked in and I asked the lady, where can I get AdBlue? And she was like, oh, it's just outside. So I saw these containers and I was like, oh, this must be it, so I go in. And she's like, no. It was cooling water. She's like, it's around the corner. I was like, okay, alright, I'm gonna go get it. And I go around the corner and there's 2 different ones. When I come back in and I show both, I'm like, which one's the right one? She's like, that's motor oil. And then she like comes outside with me and she's like, this one is AdBlue, and said like AdBlue on it, like super big in capital letters. But yeah, we ended up finding it and we filled up the AdBlue tank. I think what the AdBlue does, it just kind of makes it more like environmentally friendly when you drive the car. So yeah, this is the current situation. Only 23 hours to our final destination, but I've downloaded some audiobooks for Julia and I to listen to. I've got this German one here, and then I've got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This one is 13 hours and 19 minutes long, so it should last us for a while. So the sun has come out, and Julia, who needs to wear glasses to drive, is not stupid. She has found a solution. We just drove over the French border and we're morning from a little town in France. This is where we spent the night. It's like a parking lot and we found it on the Park 4 Night app. And yeah, it was pretty good. Slept pretty well here and I think the parking is free, so now we're gonna pack everything together and get going again. Breakfast time. Since we're in France, we just had to have a chocolate croissant for breakfast. Cheers! What did you say to order?
I said, est-ce que vous avez une pain au chocolat?
Bonjour guys, we are on the road again and our goal for today is to get to Biarritz. From the place that we slept to Biarritz, it's about 9 hours. We've been driving for 4 hours already, so now we've got 5 more to go. But the drive is actually super smooth. It's so scenic driving here through France, and Julia and I have made this rule that each of us drives for 2 hours and then we change. So right now Julia's driving. I'm so excited to get to Biarritz. Another tool station. Ah, this is cheap, 380.
Oh, what a treat!
Last time.
You can have my money.
I think today alone we spent more than 50 euros on the tolls, which is quite expensive. I think if we had more time we'd take like the smaller roads. We made it to Biarritz and Julia and I have decided to spend the night at a camping spot just because we want to use the showers here and the electricity to charge our laptops. Morning guys, so I just wanted to show you the setup in our van because it's a transporter, so it doesn't have a bed inside usually, and I'm going to be converting all of it, but for now this is how we're using it. We've got these boxes here at the bottom which we use to store our clothes, and on top of these boxes there are these wooden planks. In German it's called Lattenrost. I'm not sure what it's called in English. And the previous owner actually came up with this construction. It's so genius. It's just a couple of boxes that you can stack on top of each other if you're not using them. Then you just put these wooden planks on top, and then these 2 mattresses that the previous owner shaped perfectly to fit right on top of these boxes. And then what we did is we just put the sheet over and another sheet, and yeah, our bedding. And on the sides, because it doesn't really have any curtains, I bought these thingies here. This is how you fix them to the window, and they're insulating, so they keep the sun out, so it doesn't get too hot in here. And we're also using it to make it dark so we can sleep nicely. And for driving we kind of flip everything over to make sure that we can access our clothes more easily, but I'm going to show you how we do that right now. The van is a transporter, it doesn't have any plugs or anywhere where you can connect the camping electricity to, so this is our solution for now. We brought this thing here from home, and this is connected to this one here because, well, this is just like the cable and the plug point that you'd use at home, but it's too short. So here we got another one to just kind of elongate it, and this just kind of leads to the camping electricity. So today we wanted to have a little bit more of a chilled day. This morning we went to have breakfast at a spot in Biarritz, which is called Bali Bowls. It was so delicious, really good smoothie bowl. Very cute guy who works there.
And then as we were sitting there, two French guys came up to us and they started chatting to us, and they're actually really nice, and then they asked us if we wanted to go for a surf. So then we decided to go for a surf with them, rented some boards and wetsuits, and it was really fun. I'm so glad we went for a surf. Biarritz is honestly an amazing place to surf, especially for like our level. It's perfect, or if you're learning how to surf, it's so good. The water was pretty warm. Like I thought it would be cold, but it was actually pretty warm. So we're wearing like short wetsuits that were really thin. I think they're like 1 millimeter or something, like the really thin ones. The water was like so blue and there was no wind and the waves were really fun. Like I had such a good time. I'm so happy we went for a surf. And then we were thinking about whether we should spend another night in Biarritz or drive towards Spain. And then we're like, okay, might as well like check out some of the towns in the north of Spain. So we drove to San Sebastian, which is quite popular and famous as well. But as we drove through the town, we realized like it was super busy and it didn't seem as if there would be like a good spot for us to spend the night. So we drove a little bit further because someone who follows me on Instagram sent me a message and she gave me a lot of tips. And she apparently lives in this town. It's called Zarautz. Zarautz. This is probably not how you say it. But she said it's a really cool surfer town, so we drove here and we found a really nice campsite, which is very pricey actually. It's like 30 euros a night, which is honestly the most expensive campsite I've ever stayed at. But it's really nice and you can like see the ocean. I'm gonna show you just now. This is the campsite. It's really nice, a lot of nature, and behind there is the ocean, so you can take like a path there and you can see the ocean. It's really beautiful. And yeah, we're just planning to spend the night here, and then tomorrow we want to get some hours down and get going and just move a bit further. And Julia is living her best life in the back of the van. Good morning guys, it's day 4 on the road and Julia and I are very
Tired?
no
Excited.
no
Hungry?
We're so hungry because we woke up quite early this morning. Well, not super early, but like 7:30, because our goal today is to drive quite a bit. And unfortunately, there's no breakfast place here that opens at like 8. So we're like, okay, cool, we'll wait because we need to get breakfast. We don't want to be driving like all these hours with an empty stomach. And there's one that opens at 9. But the problem is we wanted to go to that place last night, but it was closed last night. Even the Google Maps said it would be open. So now we've got our fingers crossed, hoping that we can get some nice healthy breakfast before we drive for approximately, I think, 8.5 hours is how long our drive should be today. So this is all in Spanish, but I understand aceibo, and I think that's what I'm gonna get. This is our plan for the day. We're going to be driving for 8 hours and 29 minutes for 921 kilometers, and we're going to be going to
Ericeira,
Portugal. Julia thinks we're about to cross the border to Portugal. Hello guys, we just made it to Portugal! Oh my god, I can't believe we're here. I thought this trip would be way more strenuous, but it's been so smooth, to be honest. We also, more importantly, we finished our Harry Potter audiobook, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Guys, we only have 23 more minutes to go. I honestly can't believe it. It feels so crazy.
oh, like 4 days later.
Wow, here we come. So we just went for a little swim by the beach. Well, Joe went for a swim. I was watching her swim. So we just went to the beach and we showered because there was a shower at the beach just to freshen up a little bit. And now we're gonna get some food. We were super hungry and we want to celebrate the fact that we made it to Portugal. We're gonna go to a pizza place that I went to when I was in Portugal in Arizara last time, and it's so good. It's outside, and honestly I would say it's the best pizza I've ever had, so I'm so excited to show it to Julia because Julia loves Italian food.
And I've never been, so I need to try this pizza now.
Looking down from below, hear the call, rising up, setting fire to my soul.
About this pizza, the cool thing is that you don't cut it, well you do cut it, but you cut it with scissors.
Here we go, making moves, ready or not tonight, like a bullet, speeding car, I'll be right on down, let's do it, oh you know, I'm up for anything.
Good morning. It is our last night in the van, and we slept at a beautiful spot. I love sleeping at spots where you have like a nice view. Have a look, guys. It's so pretty. We're right by the ocean.
Hey guys, it's me again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and for supporting my channel. I'm always really excited to share videos on here, and your positive feedback really makes me so happy. So thanks so much for tuning in again. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. The next video that I'm going to be uploading is a video all about our life in Portugal, and I know that you guys will love it, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a really beautiful day. Bye bye!